Hello and welcome to another video from your indie developer, Rainware. Today I will have a different format of the video, so we don't have a video log or we don't have a Godot tutorial. I wanted to make a small video about the topic why I think Godot fits perfectly for any game developer, indie game developer especially, because Godot brings all the tools and all the cool features you need as an indie game developer. So lean back and hear my 5 reasons why I think Godot is perfectly fitting for indie game developers. First of all, I want to start with a very simple thing. So my first reason why you should stick to Godot is it's free. So you don't have to pay for Godot. You can just use it on yourself. You can just program your games and publish them, release them without caring about paying for something like you would do in Unreal or Unity. I think for indie developers where money and budget is always a thing, this is a big advantage in comparison to Unity or Unreal, for example. You are free to use it, free to make whatever you want and release it to your platform. What would you wish more? My second reason why Godot is perfectly fitting for indie game developers is it's actually open source. With open source, you have the possibility to collaborate through the internet with other developers for Godot. You can add new features, or even if some features are missing in the Godot engine, you can suggest more feature. You can suggest that feature you want to have, and you can even help to develop them if you are like to write in the natives. And also, if there is something missing you would like to have, you can stick to it and just develop it on your own. This gives you a possibility to extend the Godot engine and also help other peoples, and you can work with other developers together to make the Godot engine even more awesome. And because of that, there's a lot of progress ongoing in the Godot engine. Every patch adds new features to the Godot engine and make it even better than it already is. I think open source is the right way to create software today and exchange with other developers, collaborate and help everything to get even better. And it's a very cool concept for indie game developers. So let's go on to point 3. The third reason why I think Godot is very good for indie game developers is because you have a dedicated 2D renderer. In comparison to Unity or Unreal, where 2D development is sometimes a bit rough and hasn't got the best performance, especially in Unreal for example, Godot brings in his own 2D renderer and is quite easy to use, and you can achieve fantastic results with it. You can do everything you need for your 2D games, and I think most of the indie game developers work actually in 2D and have a dedicated 2D renderer with its very own features. Is a really cool thing you should think about. So if you are working mostly in 2D, you should reconsider if you would like to use Godot for your game. The fourth reason, this is one of my absolutely favorite. The Godot engine is very lightweight. I first started with the Unreal game engine, and the most hated thing about it was all that compiling stuff to compile all the materials, all the shaders. It took so much time, and the whole engine wasn't really working on my MacBook because it has tons of features and is overloaded with things I actually don't need in a game engine. So if you don't create the best looking 3D FPS game ever, you should reconsider your decision there. Think about if you need all these features packed in a very big engine, or if you like, as I do, to work with some more lightweight stuff and having everything working faster and easier to accomplish. I also use Godot a lot on my MacBook, so it's very portable and working very fast and with a very good performance. Even if I'm traveling with it around, I can use it and write some code on my trips. Another cool thing about it is you can decide what you want to add to your games, and you don't have to care about all the overloaded stuff and high performance materials or packed with a lot of feature materials. So what I try to say is the most indie games I see are very simple games, or at least some kind of smaller games than actually AAA titles, and I think you should stick to a fitting engine to that. So if you're creating a simple puzzle game, for example, in 2D, I won't advise you to use an Unreal Engine for that, because you have so much things you won't actually need out of the engine. You always should use a fitting tool for what you want to achieve. And in my opinion, for most indie game developers, Godot is really perfectly fitting. Reason number 5 why I think Godot is very fitting for indie game developers is you can actually use GDScript or write in C++ to native if you would like to. I think GDScript is very handy and very easy to learn, even especially if you have some knowledge in Python, for example, because it follows mostly the same syntax. It's really simple to write and to learn this language, and you can achieve very cool stuff with a lot of less code as you would in comparison in some other engines. The syntax is pretty simple, the scripting itself is fast and easy, and the performance most likely, so I haven't encountered any problem with the performance yet. So if you don't use the scripting language for complicated pathfinding or whatever complex function you would like, normally GDScript is providing a very good performance and you don't need to stick to any native code. So to tell you the truth, I've never had a performance issue with GDScript yet, and I never wrote some code in C++, even if I wanted to. When I first checked out Godot, I really like that you can write your code in C++ native. Yeah, you could stick to C++ and write it in native code if you would like to do that. I wanted to learn C++ in the first place, but now I'm so sticky to GDScript, and I think it's a very cool scripting language and you can achieve a lot of stuff with a very good performance. And one bonus reason why I think Godot is a very cool game engine is I actually like the look and feel. Everything in Godot is very simple and lightweighted. Yeah, for me it's kind of very intuitive to use the engine. I find everything I would like to. The help is inside the engine. You can find everything you would like to search for, and also you can find a lot of tutorials. I do some, for example, so check out my other videos, just as a hint. And yeah, I actually like the look and feel, and I always find the stuff I would like to find, and for me it's just the perfect engine and I'm really happy with it at all. So I stick to Godot, and I just saying you should also consider to use Godot or at least check it out. So I hope you liked my reasons for today. I hope we see us in the next videos. I make a lot of Godot videos and also a video log about my development progress, so please check that out if you haven't already. Please leave a like or comment below the video, and I would also love if you subscribe to my channel. Bye!